see, I would like to make these, what do you call them, kicking boards, or I forgot the name totally. But maybe you can see it on the camera. This floor is not straight. So if I would install a, God, what is the name again? Totally forgot them. Not kicking board, I said it the other day. Anyway, if I would install this straight, it would leave this big gap here, this big smile. So what I gotta do is I gotta cut a wooden plank in the shape of this curve of the floor here. I'm going to do that by tracing. Yeah, tracing the shape of the floor on a new plank, not this one, because this was cut to size. Here I've got a new plank, and these are all tongue and groove old ceiling planks. But it doesn't matter, wood is wood, and we can cut everything to size and to shape. So I'm going to set this up just as I would. And now I am going to trace this curvature of the floor onto this new plank so that I can cut it out. And then this plank will fall exactly into shape. So maybe you can see it. I have a little piece of wood. If I lay that on the floor plank and I put my pencil on it flat, I will just touch this piece of wood. So if I'm now going to move it all the way, I have now transferred the shape of the curve with pencil here on this plank. I'm going to do it on the other side as well. Okay, cool. And now I've got a line that I can saw off, cut off. And then in theory, my plank will fall exactly in the right spot. Now, even if it's not 100% exact, that's not a big deal, because all uneven areas I'm going to fill up, either with filler or with caulk. It doesn't really matter. You can do it exactly right. But then, you know, it would take me 6 years to do this house instead of 3. So we just do what is economically, time-wise, the best for us. Yeah, so let me just cut this out and then see how it's going to fit. Okay, now in theory, it would just fall in place. And it does. Got a bit of a splinter over here, but it took out a little bit too much of the wood, but that's fine. We're going to fill that up. No biggie. So what I have done yesterday is installed the skirting. Now I remember the word skirting. But because our walls are not straight in any direction, not even in a vertical direction, I had to sort of install them floating. Look. So what I've done is I've installed a plank, a base plank, sort of to square the floor off, basically. And then on top of that, I've installed the skirting, and the skirting I made from wood left over from the ceiling. I have installed them with, what do you call them, plugs, screws in the wall, and spaces in between the wall and the skirting in order to make sure that the skirting is standing up vertical. And after that I have sealed all the hard corners off. That sealant is still curing, and I have squirted PU foam, expanding PU foam in places between the wall and the skirting, just to make sure that it is stable, that the skirting is really stable. Because what I'm going to do now is I'm going to trim off the PU foam on the top, backfill between the wall and the skirting, and then paint the skirting. After I've done a good vacuum in here, I paint the skirting white, and it's going to look great. I mean, at the moment it's looking horrible, but that's obviously because of all the color differences, PU foam sticking out, and that ugly caulking. But that's all going to ensure that it looks as one. And then some spots here on the wall I still gotta paint, but I can only paint it when the wall is fully cured. It's in places still not fully cured, the render. Hopefully next week we're gonna install a fire stove, wood burner, here on this side, which is going to be our living room. I'm going to have a look for a second-hand wood burner tonight, and then we can heat up this place. And with the heat, the dry heat generated by the burning wood will help curing the walls, and then we can paint them later. I already did one coat, but in places it's actually coming off. The paint, it's just blistering off, and that's basically because the walls are not fully cured yet. So, okay, let's carry on. Actually, you know what? I changed my mind. I'm not going to backfill it with this glue. I'm just going to squirt more PU in, because it's actually working really well. Just fill it up with PU foam, and then a bead of sealant on top, and I'm done. That's just easier, faster, and better, I think. So that's the first layer of 3. 2 layers of this base coat, and then a layer of top coat. And then after this layer I will do a bead of caulk here on the top to tie the vertical standing trim with the wall. Yeah, that will all look that will look good. That will look good. I really would like to thank the people below here for helping me with one or more coffees. Yeah, your help is very much appreciated. And I would like to thank the rest for watching, for subscribing, for liking, especially for sharing. It's very important for me. Share this this vlog, and it will enable me to get more viewers and therefore yeah, a bit more income, and that will lead to better filming equipment and editing equipment, and that would be really useful. I could show a whole lot more. Anyway, I have completed quite a bit of what I needed to do. It's Thursday right now. I want to have the middle house finished by Sunday. Monday Nadia will come, and then we want to start with the big house. I am not going to get the middle house finished by Sunday, not completely. I think that the walls are still too damp to put a last coat of paint on. The paint is blistering in places, falling off. I yeah, need to give it more time, but that's all right. So as long as we get all this painting work here for the wood done, staircase is in, the fence around the staircase is in, power is there, lights are there. Yeah, I mean, yeah, apart from the walls, it's basically, oh no, hey, window. I've got a new window on order. That should be arriving here in about 2 weeks. I hope the weather will be warm enough for me to install the window. I mean, that sealant and expanding foam, insulating foam will actually cure. But yeah, that would be really cool. New window. But yeah, I'm pretty happy. Pretty happy. Yeah. Yeah. Tonight I gotta go and look for a second-hand fireplace. That would be really good, and get this place nice and warm so that I can move on and paint dries a bit quicker. That would be very helpful. So thank you for watching. Next week we'll be with Nadia again. So that means better camera work, better editing, more details, more information, and definitely a lot more drama. See you next week. Bye now.